evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to my 2,719th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Again, welcome, thank you, good evening. This video coming at you on a Tuesday night for trading, Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. We know trading is risky, right? If you don't know that, listen up, kids. Trading is risky. Make sure you put your stops in. Always put protective stops in first before you ever enter into the position, long or short. It'll save you from a lot of heartache, I promise you. Put your stops in first. Let's get moving. What's going on for trading on Wednesday? Well, first things first, we're back off on the trading. Thank you for all your wishes, your goodwill, your good intent for Baldwin. I thank you so much. He's my dog that I showed you in the last video that ate, it turns out he ate glass and rope, which has been in his intestines for a couple of weeks, and he's all messed up. But they did the surgery. I'm going to get to go see him, in fact, after this video tonight, and we'll see what happens. They say they got to keep him an extra couple of days because the sutures may rip open inside of his body, and they'll have to reoperate. So, okay, you guys can keep him a few days, you know. But I'll go see him tonight. Thank you for your wishes, your kind wishes. So that's Baldwin. Next up, OmniCamp. I've got a one-on-one happening this weekend. My OmniCamp is already in town. Can you believe that? I'm glad he's here. And we should have a fantastic weekend together. You know, when I do a one-on-one, it's absolute, unequivocal, undivided attention that goes just to you. So one-on-one OmniCamps are really, really good for the trader that comes out. Anthony, you're here. You want to know what will happen for you at OmniCamp? I'll tell you right now, you will absolutely love it. You'll see this weekend. If you don't mind, humor me for just a moment. Watch this quick clip. We'll come right back.
It's very much so. The value for money is well worth it. Every dollar spent. So I think that people who are still on the fence about whether to come out here, if you're fortunate enough to be selected and you get the opportunity to come here, you should absolutely go for it. It won't let you down. I think it will blow away your expectations.
All of us were doing the same exactly calls that the Omni, the same exactly calls. So it's amazing the things. Oscar is a wonderful teacher, a wonderful teacher.
The first three recommendations we made and profited from paid for the OmniCamp. I mean, how can you go wrong? It's really, if cost is an issue with you guys, you should really get that out of your head, because the wealth of information you get from this guy is just unbelievable. So based on that, you got to get to OmniCamp. Any chance you get, go.
This is the place to come. If you ever get a chance to come to OmniCamp, seriously, you come.
Traders, so you've seen that. That's OmniCamp. I'm literally having a one-on-one, just me and one other person for this weekend. But there is an OmniCamp scheduled for a group, and that will happen in April. If you'd like to be part of the OmniCamp in April, make sure you go to OmniBootcamp.com and fill out an application. There's another thing that happened. I'm also doing one on the go. I'm doing an OmniCamp in June in Florida. How about that, huh? That should be nice. Go down there, some sunshine, some humidity, catch some alligators, and do an OmniCamp. So that's going to happen as well. So here's an OmniCamp this weekend, and then at the end of April, there should be the actual OmniCamp that was planned, but it turned out to be one guy only this weekend. April, we'll do an OmniCamp for a group. And then out in June, I'll go out and take care of the OmniCamp that will happen in Florida. If you want to be part of these OmniCamps, please go to OmniBootcamp.com, fill out an OmniCamp application, and I'll qualify you. Next, very important, number one on the board, plus a note I wrote and put right in front of the camera so I would not forget. Rollover. Traders, we have rolled over from March to June in indices and currencies and anything that was trading March. We're no longer using March. Roll over your March, which is H, to the June contract, which is M. That's E-mini S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, YM, all the currencies, anything that was trading in March, except for Bitcoin and Ethereum. That will stay March a bit longer. Everything else switches to June. Don't get caught trading the wrong month on Wednesday. Please be careful. That's all currencies, all indices. So we know about that, right? And now there's this, NQ. It repeats the 2-day pattern. I can't wait to show you the chart. Dow finds support and the Omni goes green. Yes, now, The Omni has had 9 flips in 11 sessions. 9 flip-flops in 11 sessions. I kid you not. Do you know how difficult it is to take an army of traders around the world through 9 arrows that go like this? Monday up, Tuesday down, Wednesday up, Thursday down, Friday up, Monday down, Tuesday up, Wednesday down. It's been that way for 10 days. 11 days. 9 of them switch signals one day after the next. There's only been 2 days with the same signal in the last 11 in a row. Now that's not easy. Now, traders, we had a couple of questions in our last video, and we are going to take a look at those questions and address them during the chart segment. We'll talk about NASDAQ. We'll talk about the stuff on the board. We had a question about Bitcoin in our last video, whether or not it would get through the double top. So I've got some charts to show you. Your answers were about 50-50, by the way. Half of us thought it was going to go through. Half of us thought it wasn't going to go through, and that's okay. That makes a lot of sense, to be honest, at a big double top in Bitcoin. I personally was on the bullish side, as I mentioned to you guys, because Wall Street's now involved. I think it would blast through that 65 double top. So far it has, but we'll talk about that. There's another question in tonight's video. We had 9 Omni flip-flops out of 11 sessions. Now, anyone who's been hanging around me for the last 20, 30 years knows this. When the Omni flip-flops like that, up, down, up, down, up, down, it means we're getting ready to vacate the area. What does that mean? Well, let's call it just the S&P. Let's say the S&P rallied up and then just started trading sort of like this for a while. Well, now it's in an area, right? It is getting ready to vacate that area and stop trading around here. That's what a bunch of Omni flip-flops in a row usually tells us, so that is what I'm expecting, that we are vacating the area. Now, usually that happens right when the Omni stops flip-flopping. It has been flip-flopping all along. In fact, it went from green yesterday it went from red on Tuesday to green on Wednesday, so we're still flipping, but I like the signal. The charts are going to show you why. That support in NASDAQ, the support in the Dow, and where the S&P is will convince you that the Omni arrow is absolutely correct for trading on Wednesday. And then we have gold and Bitcoin, both at double tops. For gold fans, be careful, it's reacting. For Bitcoin fans, I'm not so sure it's going to react, but we've spoken about that before. But remember, in tonight's video, which way do you think it's going to go? The Omni flip-flopping as often as it has means the S&P, NASDAQ Russell, is going to vacate the area. Using your analysis, which way do you think it will go? A, upside. Answer below, please. B, downside. Leave comments below now. Which way will the S&P break out, upside or downside? It's really which way will we vacate the area, to be honest. That's what I want to know. What your analysis tells you. We'll compare it to what my analysis tells me. And, of course, during the chart segment, we'll go back and look at the question on Bitcoin and see what your answers were. I told you they were 50-50. I'll show you that chart. So I think that's about all I wanted to mention, right? We went over the rollover. Make sure you go from March to June. No more H's, now M's. The NASDAQ 2-day pattern is repeating. The Dow is at support. Omni goes green. Bitcoin and gold at double tops. A lot of great charts coming your way right now. Get ready for them. Before I show you the charts, remember, subscribe to the videos, like and share them, fill out an OmniCamp application before you miss your chance to get a seat, and then say this to yourselves over and over again, because it'll help you out when you're in a bad position especially. You know what I'm going to say? Make sure you say it with me. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Stop, sir! In! Emotions are out! Now a shout out to my nephew Mikey and his wife who just had a little baby today. Little Mikey Jr., and I'm going to get to go see him soon. I'm so excited. A new baby is born into the family on the Vegas side of the family. Rock and roll. Congratulations, you two. I'm looking forward to seeing baby Michael. Now, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, you are looking at the NASDAQ daily bar. Now, many of you watch a lot of my videos, and you'll know this pattern. Do you remember the 2-day pattern where I showed you all the way back to October of 2023, the NASDAQ has 2 red days and then that's it, no more. Every now and then you'll get more than two, but it's a rare occasion. 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times. Here, you got more than 2 days. Normally, you only get one, right? 2 times here. Then another 2, another 2, another 2, another 2, another 3 only. Then another 2, another 2. So just about any time NASDAQ comes down, you only get 2 days, just about every time it comes down. Well, NASDAQ came down for 2 days and hit that green line, just like it did here and where it started here. That's called support. Let me blow it up for you. Same exact chart. You see how we came right down to the line, just like it did last time here, and the spot down there I showed you, and boom, green bar comes in. So I guess we have to go with that support, plus the Omni is a green arrow for trading on Wednesday. And then you've got something like the E-mini S&P. Now the E-mini S&P has just been playing off this average for weeks and weeks and weeks. And what it did on Tuesday was hit the bottom, or I should say Monday, hit the bottom, hit that average, and on Tuesday rallied up. And now we've got a green Omni for Wednesday. Once again, you found support. Right? So it's 2 indices that have found support. Let's continue to look. Dow Jones. Now look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Not only is it in this channel right here, but it's in a bull flag. And look, it just broke out of the bull flag, settled at the high of the day. That's a bull flag, if you ask me, with a green Omni arrow once again. So I guess we're going up for Wednesday. And then we go out to Bitcoin. Now check this out. In our last video, we had a question. Will it pop out? Will it top out here or will it break through? Will we top out at the double top or will it break through? Well, I think it was about 50-50 on what we thought as a crowd. But if you remember, I said the last time we got up here, Wall Street was not involved in this. And I said, since here, this is when Wall Street got involved, the ETFs were approved. Now you've got the power of Wall Street behind this. Should it stop for a double top? Well, here's what's happened thus far. Now, of course, this is a weekly chart. So you would need this bar right here to settle above the line or below the line to make a difference. But this was the weekly bar that got us to the double top. And we're above that weekly bar at this moment as I speak to you. So Bitcoin so far is breaking through. But there's another one. For you gold fans, look at this gold chart right here. This one did go through on the daily bar for a day, 2 days, and now is finally reacting to the double top. So be careful out there, gold traders. Gold is reacting to your double top, and it looks like it will pull back at least for another day. We'll take this one day at a time. Be careful, gold traders. Then, of course, Bitcoin breaking through that double top and holding and maintaining also tells me to continue telling you about Solana. Remember, I showed this to you and said Solana, it looks wonderful here. We'll take a look at it, and I think this is a bull flag right there. I think that's shaping up into a bull flag. I don't know why this printed black, by the way. I don't know why, David. I know you're looking at me. I don't know why it printed black, but it did, and I went with it. So Solana has been moving up along with Bitcoin, and I agree with both. So traders, make sure you're paying attention and join me at livewithoscar.com. I'll see you there.